Hello, welcome back. This is part 3. I made some progress during the pause. Nothing big, but I will show you. I glued another image behind this circle. Then I couldn't resist. I made a paper ruffle and sewed it, and then I glued it down here just for embellishment needs. Then there's this little strip of fabric. It was a longer piece from an old sari, and I just cut it. It's tea-dyed. I cut it and then I attached this little snippet here. I glued them everything down here, and I embellished this card. There's 2 cards glued together, and then this paper strip and this Paris snippet. Then this one was here, I think, already. You have seen it, and here I glued a tea-dyed paper behind this, and I added this eyelet. Then I will take these off so that I can show you. I changed a longer string here so that it matches this one. It looks better if I can tie it down this way. Let me show you. I need the table, just a second, here and around here, so that there will be this kind of I don't know the right word, but so that I can tie it around here several times. It looks better that way. The same here. And when you open it, I made this little notepad. It also has some fabric sewn with this paper strip, and these are avocado dyed papers. They are my printables, and I attached them with a staple and hid the staple with this paper strip. And this is what we're going to do today here. This one is finished, ready, I think. There's this strip tag. So let me put these back where they belong nicely. There's that one tag card over there. I could add one of these paper ruffles here. It might be a good idea. It's very simple, but I think it's pretty. Yes, let's make the paper pad. It's a notepad. I have this tea and coffee dyed paper. The whole page, I just tore them into strips that fit in here, and now I'm going to tore them into smaller pieces using the ruler. I will first measure it so that it's a little bit smaller than the pocket, and now I can use these as a guide. Let's check if they are the right size. If they fit in here, yes, beautifully. These are tea and coffee dyed papers because that color fits better with all these greens. The avocado dyed notepad was good with this to this page because it has that pink background and lots of pinkish items in here. Let's ink the edges with brown ink. And some of these are darker. I want the darker ones on top and on the back. These are hand dyed, not prints. There. Now we need, let's take this so that I can use it as a guide. A strip of some kind of fabric. This is also sari fabric. This fabric has like metal stitches here. These dots are metal wire, metal string or some kind of, I don't know what it is exactly, but it's metal. You can feel it, it's hard and shiny. And they look quite nice as embellishments in this. I'm just trying to figure out the right amount. I will start by folding this and then I will just cut it down and see what size is enough. Tearing it will give you this rough edge. And just like this one, it doesn't have to be the same size both, or the whole thing doesn't have to be like a rectangular. It can be of how should I say it? It can be, let me think the right word for it, irregular or uneven. So let's just fold it, and then I'm going over to my sewing machine, something like this. That looks nice. It's like a little skirt. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this bottom. But now I'm going to find a small strip of paper, just like here, and I found this. I'm going to cut a little strip from here. I want that one with the text, so that might do it. And maybe that would be enough. Let's trim it a little bit. It's not even. That's better. Ink. And yes, I'm going over to my sewing machine and I'll be right back. There, see? Like a little skirt. Now let's staple these papers together. And this embellishment hides the staple in here, and then we will use the rest of that strip, paper strip, to hide this one. Just some strong glue. Let it dry. And while it dries, I'm going to find that little strip that was left from that. It's over here. Where's my tweezers? Here. There. Oh, of course. Yes, it's enough to hide that. We just need to ink it. And add some glue. There. I left the strings here. I might cut them to be the same length. Okay. Now let's try it. They are both quite pretty, grungy and pretty. Fits in nicely. It's a little surprise in there. And this one here. Fits in beautifully. There. I think, oh yes, one ruffle, paper ruffle, then it's ready. The paper ruffle in here. For that I'm going to use this that I have made earlier, just from some spare paper scraps. Let's find the best piece for that spot. Let's try. Maybe, maybe that one with a little bit of rose and a little bit of scripture text here, or maybe all text, or this part. It has a little bit of that rose stamp and the grungy text. I think that's it. Let's snip a little part. I will take a longer piece that I will need, so that if it starts to unravel, then I could, for example, glue it so that it won't go too far. So let's cut here, and it needs more ink, and this way. Let's see, it has to be a little bit shorter, so I'm cutting that off. That might be enough. Then ink all the edges. It starts to unravel. I'm going to glue it to secure it. Also here I will put glue around. That way it stops unraveling. Let it dry a few moments. And while it dries up, I remembered that I was planning to attach another new layer of this paper, because I have added some eyelets on this side and they are a little bit ugly on that side. So I will cut this September strip off and glue it down. Maybe I will use the ruler. Let's see, where did I put it? Here. I want the edges to be a little bit rough. This does not hold the paper enough. I will change it to this. There. And of course ink. Yes, that's better. make it much better. Now that's ready, I think. That goes over there. Then the ruffle, it's dried up. Attach it here. Let's think about the position. I think I'm going to use that sewing line and fit it with this line, like so. It looks balanced that way, and it leaves also that text underneath to show a little bit, so that we won't lose all of that. And I think there should always be some negative space, some light space, so that not everything is so cramped up. There should be some places where the eye can breathe, if that's possible. I'm sure you can see what I mean. Now there's some excess glue and I'm getting something to wipe it off. That's it. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? There's this hole without reinforcement or an eyelet. I think we will need an eyelet because there's one here too. Yes. One more thing. And it's quite a large hole, so we might need this larger eyelet. No, it's not enough. I will have to think about it. I have these reinforcements, they are metal and they came with these eyelets, but I have not yet, not once, managed to use them the right way. I'm going to try again, but let me warn you, they probably will not work. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what. How should I use them? If you know how to use them, please leave a comment and tell me. I'm desperate for information. Let's try. No, it didn't work. See what I mean? Okay, I give up. Let's find another paper reinforcement for that one. Oops. There's a light grey one. That's okay. Then there's this which has blue and green just like in the picture, or maybe something pinkish or green. That's better. It's brighter blue, like in that pod. Let's try that one. See, it's almost the same shade as that flower pot. There, that's better. Now it's ready. Now we have 2 pages made with a similar style, one larger and one medium-sized. And I quite like both of them. I hope you like too. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!